All right, so gaming in general is on a massive decline, not just gaming, but more specifically multiplayer gaming. Any gaming company, or not gaming company, but any gaming video game that has multiplayer is in massive decline. Why? Because look at this. You have one of the best possible video games to have ever existed right in front of you, and this is a single player game. I guarantee you, if this was a multiplayer game, if God of War went multiplayer, you would see the decline of God of War within 5 years easily. Why? Because look at this. You have World of Warcraft right here. Games like these are optimized not for the player experience, but they are optimized for profit value. So what they're going to do, I'm going to allow third party companies like bots and hackers and everything else and boosters all to do whatever they want. They can sell you profits. So we're gonna sell you these items and MMOs, the best gear, the gold you need, everything you need to progress. We're gonna sell you this. But guess what Daddy Blizzard or whatever company is running the game is gonna do? Every one of these companies guarantee you they're getting some sort of cut or profit because they would hardcore go out and try to ban you. They would try their absolute best to say, nah, you're not making money off of my video game without us getting a profit. So that's what these companies are doing. They're making money off of this stuff, but they're not going to tell anybody they're making money. They're just going to be those evil botters, those evil hackers, those evil scammers. They're all making money off of the poor innocent player. They're ruining your experience. It's all their fault, not my fault. But the fact is at the end of the day, it's not it's not the truth. They're like every single one of these companies have got to be making money off of ruining your experience. So that's why you see microtransactions everywhere. Mobile gaming has shown companies, yes, the future is in mobile. The future is in microtransactions, loot boxes everywhere. That gambling addiction that they have, that like you're ruining the player experience by taking the money off of them and getting them emotionally attached to a game that you optimize for player experience. And so it's the same thing with the Apple conundrum. At the end of the day, Apple, they made the iPhone. They made so many of the best devices ever to exist: iPods, iPhones, everything. Steve Jobs is in charge. Best company in the world, honestly. Nothing could have beat Apple when Steve Jobs was in charge. And then, boom, Steve Jobs dies. You get these corporate monsters just jerking it to earning more money. And so every single thing, it's, oh, we're gonna release the iPhone, but with a different color, right? Um, I'm not actually talking there. That's old footage. But like you'll see the same thing. The iPhone released over and over and over, and the same thing. It's just, oh, it's got a new case. It's got this. It's got that. Paying $1,000 for the same dang items, and people will buy them because consumerism has undergone that. Like when somebody with passion creates a product that is the utmost popular, greatest product to have ever exist, it doesn't matter who's running the company afterwards because that product has been proven and given a good reputation. So at the end of the day, the reputation sells the product and people continue to buy them and consume it. So as gamers, we have to uprise and realize that we can protest and avoid this kind of behavior. At the end of the day, I showed you Kratos God of War there, but I should show like Resident Evil 4 gameplay. Like Resident Evil 4 is one of the greatest remakes ever made. God of War Ragnarok, one of the best games ever made. God of War 2018, one of the best games ever made. These single player games are proving that gaming is not dead. You have single player games with so much potential. They're so good. Bloodborne, Elden Ring, God of War Ragnarok, Resident Evil 4, Fallout to an extent, because I mean it's kind of garbage. They're trying to get microtransactions in there because it's Bethesda. But I mean, you see the decline of gaming everywhere. Like look at what's it called? EA. EA games, like there's it's just every multiplayer game is just in decline. Look at League of Legends. They've optimized the game to sell skins, another luck skin. You're gonna get another luck skin. You're gonna get another. Um, Here, let me show some footage. 1 second. Nah, but
What's
yeah,
up,
you're gonna
YouTube?
get
Bringing
another
you
luck
back to another
skin
brand new Fishbro
or
video. This one's gonna be
another
hype. I'm gonna show
like
you how to destroy Scion and Lane.
Lilia
It's gonna be
skin
super easy,
or Caitlyn
simple.
skin,
I'm
and they're
gonna be
gonna buff up
telling you
these
how to do it.
champions that are
First, we're
already
gonna be
too
doing it
strong
with
and make them
Mordekaiser.
overpowered,
So
and
let's
then
get
they're
into
gonna
the
sell their
game.
skins,
Let's
and then
show
they're
you.
gonna nerf them eventually
Bam, right there, Mordekaiser.
after
That's
the
us,
skin
big beefy
sales
boy.
start to dwindle,
Destroy this
and
big
so they
beefy boy.
debate people
This
into
guy,
buying
lot of
skins
health,
for the
lot of
popular
damage, scary
champions,
dude,
and
right?
then they
We
nerf them back
use
down. So
Mordekaiser,
every
we can
time you get a
easily
new
destroy
skin,
him though.
bam,
So
buffs.
this is how.
Every time they
Before
need
we
to
get
get rid of
into the
skins,
video and
bam,
before I start
nerfs. It
explaining
doesn't matter
things,
about the player
let
experience.
me
It doesn't
point out
matter
that
how
you should
much we enjoy
subscribe
the
to my
game.
channel.
It doesn't
I'm going to be
matter
releasing
like
new
what
League
we
videos every
feel.
Wednesday
At the end of the day,
at
it's
3
just shut up
p.m.
and give
so
us
you
your
can
money,
get
and
all the
that's what these
freshest and
gaming
most
companies are
up-to-date
doing to us.
League of
They're just
Legends
using us
videos,
as
and
fodder
you
and
can also
stock,
follow my channel if
just
you
to
want to see
farm
all
us
the
for
other
money.
content I do.
And we
I do
need to step up
Variety, I do
and
Resident Evil, Dead
put an end to it.
Frontier,
Say no
Diablo
to
2, World of Warcraft,
say no to the BS.
all on a
It's
specific
just
day.
it's too
So
much.
you can catch those
It's
other videos, or you can watch the League videos every Wednesday.
it's
But let's get
just
into it.
it's abuse at this point.
Okay. I'm AFK at level 1.
I would argue,
This is the noob thing.
I would
I don't know why. I
definitely
think I was eating a
argue
burrito or
that
something.
we
I'm a fat
as
ass,
gamers
and I
and put an
decided
end
just
to
to
it.
mom.
If we allow these multiplayer games to continue farming us for content, sales, and value, then we will lose our ability to enjoy video games in the future. That's my point to be stated. With Diablo 2, like let me point out the problems with Diablo 2 Resurrected. The ladder just reset about a week ago on the 4th, May 4th, 2023, and right now it's May 11th, 2023 that I'm recording this, and Diablo 2 has already had bots duping items and selling items in mass to the point where everything you loot, everything you farm is worthless. Nobody wants any of that stuff. Jarun, Burrune, the most rare gear in the game is all worth like pennies on the dollar. It's 400 FG, whereas the first runes that were made like about a week ago when the bots were gearing up their characters, the first items that were found, the first runes, were like 7,000 forum gold. So if they weren't produced and duped or botted in mass, then they would still be worth roughly like 6,000. You don't get that much supply and that little demand. When demand is especially high, it's only been a week. People still want everything, but supply is so high because every single bot and their mother is running program after program, just farming. You have people with like over 1,000 characters just botting away, and you know you could say, oh, this isn't a Blizzard problem, this isn't a gaming company problem. Every single gaming company has bots. They all have bots because they're profiting off of these bots. You cannot be stupid to believe that a company is going to allow their product to dwindle and players just leave the game and quit the game if they weren't making money off of these bots. So they have tons and tons of bots just going at it, farming away, and then they sell all the items and give the main company that's running the bots uh like they give them a profit. It's either 50% for you and 50% for my company that's running these bots, or it's 100%. Or you know what, these gaming companies might even just be creating the items and selling them under the table without telling you. And that's probably another thing that's happening. Uh like I wouldn't doubt that other games are doing that. Now you have Dead Frontier on screen right now. This game has kind of dwindled away with pay to win. Pay to win is another thing, which is a lot more respectable than these other games that I've been talking about that have botting and under the table sales. Pay to win is just direct. You want your stuff? I'm gonna sell you your stuff anytime you want, as long as you give me your money. And so I can respect that Um, a bit more than that. I made a video that you guys should watch if you have not, but the video is classic WoW is a scam, and it kind of is in my opinion because at this point you're playing classic WoW and you're getting like Blizzard just banned 120,000 bots. All right, that's not a little amount of bots. That's ridiculous. Those bots went rampant for 9 months straight. The first 9 months of Classic Wrath release, there was 120,000 bots playing on the server, farming, getting gear, getting Mythril ore on respawn, getting titanium ore, Serenite ore, every single resource in the entire game available to a player that was being farmed on repeat by bots. It was insane. It was ridiculous. It was unfun. I had spent 6 months a 6 month sub on Wrath, only to get met with the bots destroying my experience. I was unable to farm and have fun. I was unable to get anything valuable. So playing the game outside of raiding was boring. And then even in raids, power creep, they had made so many bugs and changes to the game where it wasn't even vanilla Wrath. The damage that I was doing in classic Wrath with some suboptimal gear in Naxxramas at the start of the expansion was far beyond the damage that you can pull at the end of the expansion with the full best in slot gear. So, these companies are preying on your nostalgia, trying to take away the experience to just gain money off of you. At the end of the day, it's a predator like economy here with in gaming, and it's so sad. It's disrespectful to us gamers, and we need to stand up for ourselves. We need to learn to say no and stop pre-ordering games, stop buying games, stop playing and paying for games that are suboptimal and not good. You're buying incomplete games at like before they even get released. You don't even know if they're good, and you're buying them. You're spending your money on them and telling the company, "Here's my money, take it. I don't even care if the game is good." And that's how we get scammed and get games like Resident Evil 3 Remake, or we get classic WoW, or all these other catastrophic failures. So if you liked the video, hit that like button, subscribe. I'll catch y'all in the next one. Thank you for watching.